Imagine you're a police officer on a routine traffic stop. You pull over one of the most famous pop stars in the world, and instead of arguing about a ticket, she suddenly offers you homemade lasagna and invites you to swim in her pool. Sounds like a comedy sketch, right? Except this actually happened. Newly released dashcam footage involving pop icon Britney Spears has sent the internet into a frenzy. Millions of people are watching, debating, and asking the same question: what exactly happened that night? Because what started as a simple traffic stop quickly turned into one of the strangest celebrity incidents we've seen in years. Today we're breaking down the full story, the footage, the public reaction, and why this bizarre arrest has everyone talking. A night that started like any other. The incident dates back to March 2026 in Ventura County, California. According to police reports, multiple drivers reportedly called 911 after witnessing erratic driving on the freeway. Officers alleged that Britney's vehicle was swerving between lanes and creating concern for other motorists. When officers activated their lights, something unusual happened. Instead of immediately pulling over, Britney continued driving for several minutes before finally stopping. Dashcam footage later showed the lengthy delay, which immediately raised questions among investigators. At this point, officers approached the vehicle expecting a standard traffic stop. What happened next was anything but standard. "I haven't done anything wrong." According to released footage, Britney appeared reluctant to exit her vehicle. She reportedly told officers she felt invaded and harassed and insisted that she had done nothing wrong. Video accounts describe a tense exchange that lasted several minutes before police convinced her to step out. For viewers watching the footage later, this was the first sign that the situation wasn't going to be straightforward. The conversation moved in circles. Officers tried to explain why she had been stopped. Britney questioned the stop, then questioned the officers, then questioned whether she even needed to get out of the car. The interaction continued escalating, and then came the moment nobody expected: the lasagna offer. In what has become the most viral moment of the entire encounter, Britney suddenly made an unusual proposal. Instead of focusing on the investigation, she reportedly invited officers to come to her house. She offered food, then specifically mentioned lasagna, then mentioned her swimming pool. According to reports and footage descriptions, she told officers, "I'll make you food, a lasagna, whatever you want. I have a pool." The internet immediately exploded. Within hours, social media users were turning the quote into memes. Some joked that they would have accepted the invitation. Others compared the situation to a sitcom. A few even joked that lasagna and pool sounded like the title of a lost Britney Spears song. Community discussions across social media and Reddit quickly transformed the phrase into a running joke. But behind the humor was a more serious reality. Police were conducting a DUI investigation, and the situation was about to become much more serious: the sobriety test. After eventually leaving the vehicle, Britney was asked to perform sobriety testing. According to police accounts and released footage, officers believed she showed signs of impairment. Reports described her as unsteady and emotional during portions of the interaction. The footage reportedly captured dramatic mood swings. At one moment, she appeared defensive. At another, she appeared emotional. Officers later documented behavior they considered unusual throughout the stop. Eventually, police placed her in handcuffs. For many fans, seeing one of the biggest pop stars of the modern era in that situation was shocking. This was the same Britney Spears who had dominated music charts, sold millions of records, and become a defining celebrity of the 2000s. Now, dashcam footage showed her being escorted into custody. The images spread across news outlets almost instantly. The question that went viral. One moment from the footage stood out to viewers. After being detained, Britney reportedly asked officers if they had taken her phone. The question itself wasn't dramatic, but in the context of everything else happening, it became another viral clip shared online. People dissected every second, every sentence, every facial expression, every reaction. And once again, Britney Spears found herself at the center of an internet firestorm: the public reaction. As the footage spread online, reactions became deeply divided. Some viewers found the entire situation bizarre and concerning. Others felt sympathy. Many argued that Britney has spent decades under intense public scrutiny and that every mistake she makes becomes global news. Others focused on the seriousness of impaired driving allegations and argued that celebrities should be held to the same standards as everyone else. The debate quickly expanded beyond the arrest itself. people weren't just discussing what happened that night. They were discussing Britney's entire life, her fame, her struggles, her conservatorship years, her public image, and whether the media has ever truly left her alone. A history unlike any other part of the reason this story became so massive is because Britney Spears isn't just another celebrity. She's one of the most scrutinized public figures in modern entertainment history. For decades, fans watched her rise to superstardom, then watched highly publicized personal struggles dominate headlines, then watched the global #FreeBritney movement challenge her conservatorship. For years, millions of people felt emotionally invested in her story. So, when new footage emerges showing Britney in another difficult situation, people don't simply view it as celebrity news. They view it as another chapter in a story they've been following for over 20 years. The legal outcome. Despite the original DUI allegations, the case ultimately did not end with a standard DUI conviction. Reports indicate that Britney later accepted a plea agreement involving a reduced wet reckless charge, avoiding jail time while agreeing to probation, fines, and educational requirements. Shortly afterward, reports indicated that she voluntarily entered rehabilitation and later completed treatment. Sources close to the situation stated that she was focusing on recovery and moving forward. Legally, the case moved toward resolution. Publicly, however, the conversation was just beginning. Why this story won't go away. The reason this incident has become such a huge online phenomenon isn't just because of the arrest. It's because it contains everything the internet obsesses over: a global superstar, unexpected footage, strange quotes, emotional moments, controversy, memes, and a celebrity whose life has fascinated the public for decades. The lasagna quote became funny, the footage became viral, but beneath all of that is a much bigger story about fame, pressure, and what happens when every moment of your life can become a headline. Conclusion. Whether you see the incident as shocking, sad, bizarre, or simply another celebrity scandal, one thing is certain: people can't stop talking about it. Years after becoming one of the biggest stars on the planet, Britney Spears remains one of the most talked about celebrities in the world. And now, thanks to one unforgettable traffic stop, two simple words have unexpectedly become part of pop culture history: lasagna and a pool. What do you think? Was the public reaction overblown, or does this footage reveal a deeper issue behind the headlines? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more celebrity news and entertainment stories.